they really like me.
Yeah.
This is an expensive store. And I took it out, and it was just a square of leather, which I've seen before, like when we just did a renovation at our house, and I was sent the same thing as a sample to what we might want to cover the couch with.
Okay, yeah. So it was like a leather sample.
It was like a leather sample. It's Hermes. I thought maybe it's a sample for what's possible to make a saddle out of.
Okay.
I really didn't have any idea what it was.
Gotcha.
So I called my friend Laura, who works upstairs, literally and figuratively. And so she came to my dressing room, and I said, "The hell is this?" Because I was about to go downstairs.
Yeah.
To see, there were going to be people there that
They had given it to you.
Not really.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said, "What is this?" And she said, "Oh, yes, I got the same thing. It's a mouse pad." And it was a revelation. I certainly had, so we were up there until October. And so I had inklings of how things were in the city. I was seeing a lot of footage and talking to friends. But when I came back in, I don't know, end of September or beginning of October, something like that, it was so upsetting to see the city had been crippled in a way.
Do you feel better about it now? Do you have more optimism?
I feel better I live in Greenwich Village, and we have these big windows that open out. It's an old building that was built in 1820 something. And there's a big wrought iron window box, so I can sit in the window and turn on the music. And I like to listen to my music at the volume that it would be at if you're there, if it's live. So if it's a jazz combo in a small club, then it'll sound like that. If it's a symphony, it'll be at that volume. If it's the Rolling Stones, then I listen to it at that volume. Of what it would be like if you were this far from the stage, One night I was up in my window, and it was fairly late. And all of a sudden I see the neighbor from across the street comes out in his bathrobe. And all he does is come out into the middle of the street and go,
That's so New York. He didn't have to say anything.
He didn't say anything. He was like, I immediately jumped out of the window and turned the music down. A television show is a very strange beast or undertaking, really. Because the show, just lives in your head so much of the time. When I first read the pilot, and then we had discussions about really what the story was about, I said, I can see the next 10 years. And that's turned out to be true and not true. And that's what made the series exciting for me to do, is that the show has taken strange turns along the way. I thought it was so funny that he spent an entire season living in a motorhome. It's our own little hideaway in the woods, just like at home. If you add everything together, he's a very strange guy. My friends, my family, the roles I pick. There's a pattern there. They're all fit into a strange world. It's my taste. I'm Raymond Reddington. I run the most intricate criminal operation in existence. New York City is the greatest city in the world. I really wouldn't live anywhere else. I just love it here. And I wouldn't want to work anywhere else. But I must say, just to get through the day in New York is a great effort for all New Yorkers. And anything that one does to hinder that effort is just unfair. And that's including shooting a television show on the street. It's a hindrance. This is a really crazy thing. There are places around the city called hot zones, which is a location for places that have been so egregiously abused and exploited by either film or television shows that they no longer can get permission to shoot there for the foreseeable future because they've been shooting there so much. But I must say, you do have to remind the production assistants who are detouring pedestrians to be polite and pleasant, because you know what? These people watch our shows, and we wouldn't be here without that.